Okay, so in yesterday's session, we were discussed about servo motors and applications of servo motor, features of servo motor, classification of the servo motors, in which DC servo motors and AC servo motor. In the DC servo motor, we have discussed some speed control techniques like armature control as well as the field control. Then the differences between servo motors and normal motors. These are all the things we discussed in the yesterday's session. Today we are going to discuss about transfer function of DC servo motor. Those transfer functions are described in two control methodology. One is armature control, other one is the field control. So first of all, we'll discuss armature controlled DC motor. That means here, in this case, the speed is controlled by the variation of armature resistance. And the speed is proportional to the back EMF, and it is inversely proportional to flux. Inversely proportional to flux. And basically, the DC servo motor consists of armature and field circuits. Consists of armature and field circuits. Here, we are find out the transfer function of armature controlled so that field circuits are not shown in the circuits. Here, field circuits are not shown in the diagram because we are find out the transfer function by using armature control method. That's why the field circuits are not shown in the diagram. If you are find out the transfer function of field control method, then armature circuit cannot be shown. For the simplicity purpose, we are avoiding these things. Now, let us draw the diagram. So we are going to be considered armature. So this is a motor armature. So brushes, and this motor is consisted of some armature resistance as well as some armature inductance, RA and LA. So here I am going to give armature voltage to the machine. So this term here, the back EMF can be generated at the machine. Here some of the current is flowing through the circuit. That current is called as IA. And this motor shaft is connected to the mechanical load. The motor shaft is connected to the mechanical load. So this mechanical load consists of two terms. One is moment of inertia and dashpot. Moment of inertia and dashpot. So because already we discussed about the mechanical systems like translation system and rotational system. So here motor is nothing but moving in angular rotation. That's why we can consider rotational system. So that rotation system consists of three elements: J, B, K, spring quantity. So here we are going to be considered only moment of inertia as well as the dashpot. We cannot consider the spring quantity here. So this is the shaft. At this shaft, the mechanical load is connected. So basically, we know that the servo motor input is electrical signal. The servo motor input is electrical signal, and output is angular velocity. Angular velocity or displacement. You can take anything. Angular displacement or velocity. So angular displacement can be written as theta. Angular velocity can be denoted as omega. We know that the relationship between angular velocity and displacement is omega equals to d theta by dt. So if you want to represent the entire equation in terms of theta also you can represent. If you want to represent entire equation in terms of omega also you can represent. So therefore These two will be inputs and outputs of the servo motor. Inputs and outputs of the servo motor. So this is the basic diagram of transfer function of armature controlled DC servo motor. So from this, we can take some expressions. With the help of the expressions, we are going to find out the transfer function. So in order to find out the transfer function, we should know the what is the input of the system, what is the output of the system. So for this configuration, the input is electrical signal, the output is mechanical signal. Input is electrical signal and output is mechanical signal. So here the input should be considered as VA. So therefore input is equals to VA and the output is equals to theta. Angular displacement. Angular displacement. Suppose if you want to write the field circuit also, you can write the field circuit. But here I am not showing the field circuit because that is not required for analysis. So this is the brief introduction about the how to calculate the transfer function of armature controlled DC servo motor. Now we are going to derive the expression. So before going to derive the expression, let us take some terminology. Let VA equals to armature input voltage, and IA equals to armature current. See, I am taking the terminals from the diagram only. Whatever the terminals or whatever the notations I am represented in the diagram, those things only I am going to consider. Let VA is armature voltage, IA is armature current, then RA is armature resistance, which is in terms of ohms, in terms of amperes, in terms of voltage. Then LA is armature inductance, it is in terms of henries or millihenries. Then EB equals to back EMF of the machine, it is written as volts also. So I am written VA, IA, RA, LA, back EMF, and here it is moving in angular momentum or angular direction. So therefore it's a theta. Theta is nothing but angular displacement. Angular displacement, that is in terms of radians. Then omega equals to d theta by dt equals to angular velocity. It is written as radians per second. Next, J is nothing but moment of inertia. This is mechanical body weight, moment of inertia. Then B is nothing but dashpot. B is nothing but dashpot. Now one thing is T. Capital T is nothing but torque developed by the motor. Torque developed by the motor. Torque developed by the motor. And some more parameters. KB is nothing but back EMF constant. And last parameter KT equals nothing but torque constant. KT is nothing but torque constant. So these are all the notations I'm going to use the further derivation. So that's why I consider these assumptions. Let VA equals to armature voltage, IA, RA, LA, back EMF, angular displacement, angular velocity, moment of inertia, dashpot, torque developed by the motor, back EMF constant, torque constant. So these are all the things I can calculate. So after assuming these things, now we'll go for the analysis. In this analysis, first one is you can apply the KVL to this loop. This is the first equation. You can apply the KVL to this loop. So just I'm going to write the diagram separately. So here armature resistance, armature inductance, back EMF. So here VA is there, IA, RA, LA plus minus back EMF. So if you apply the KVL to this, we will get VA minus IA RA minus LA DIA by dt minus EB equals to 0. So while apply KVL, I got this expression EB equals to 0. So from this I can write VA equals to IARA plus LA DIA by dt plus EB. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Right? Now we know that in a DC motor, or DC servo motor, torque is proportional to the armature current. Torque is proportional to the armature current. That is, T is proportional to the IA. If you remove the proportionality, you will get T equals to some KT into IA. This is equation number 2. So that's why this KT I am written. That is called as torque constant. T equals to KT into IA. This is the second expression. And third equation I'm going to write from this formula. What is the formula? The speed is proportional to the back EMF. Based on this statement, I'm going to write the third equation. Speed is proportional to the back EMF. So therefore, based on this, I'm going to write the one more expression. So it may written as, we know that speed is proportional to the back EMF. So here speed is nothing but angular velocity. Speed is nothing but angular velocity. So therefore it may written as the back EMF is proportional to the angular velocity. So therefore, if you remove the proportionality, EB equals to KB, because in the terms I'm written KB equals to back EMF constant, KB into angular velocity can be written as d theta by dt. Or you can write EB equals to KB into omega also. This is equation number 3. Either you can write KB into d theta by dt, or you can write EB equals to KB into omega. You can write any one of the expression. Both will be same only. Okay, this is in terms of angular velocity or angular displacements. So this is third expression. Now coming to the fourth expression is that fourth expression can be taken from this mechanical rotation system. So from this mechanical rotation system, here we should not consider any free body diagram because only one mass is there, J, the moment of inertia. So from that, I am going to write applied torque T equals to opposing torque due to moment of inertia and dashpot. So it may be written as T equals to opposing torque due to moment of inertia is T suffix J plus T suffix D. So again T equals to Tj is nothing but J into d square theta by dt square plus d into d theta by dt. This is equation number 4. So these 4 equations are main equations to analyze the transfer function. So from these 4 equations, we can find out the transfer function. So before find out the transfer function, we should know about what is the input and what is the output. So input is V of t, VA, and this is the input, VA equals to input, and output is theta. So therefore, the transfer function can be written as theta of s by VA of s. The transfer function can be written as theta of s by VA of s. So this thing we need to calculate it. So in order to find out theta of s by VA of s, in order to find out this theta of s, V of s is, we need to segregate the 4 equations. So theta of s is available in the 4th equation, and V of s is available in the 1st equation. So we can resolve these equations. We can get it theta of s by VA of s. So in order to get that, we can apply Laplace transform to all 4 equations. We can apply Laplace transform to all four equations. So for that, I'm going to write all four equations one time. So the equation 1 equals to VA equals to
Last slide, sir. Sir, before this also once.
yeah. I'm writing all four equations one more time. VA equals to IARA plus LA DAA by DT plus EB. This is first equation. So second equation will become T equals to some KT into IA. Third equation will become EB equals to KB into d theta by dt. KB into d theta by dt. Then fourth equation will become T equals to J into d square theta by dt square plus d into d theta by dt. So these are all the four equations which are derived from this main diagram. This main diagram. After getting these four equations, apply Laplace transform to the above equations. Apply Laplace transform to the above equation. So already we know that how to apply the Laplace transform everything. So the equation 1 will become VA will become VA of S equals to RA into IA of S plus LA into DI by dt means S into IA of S plus EB. This is equation number 5. Now the equation 2 will become T of S is equals to KT into IA of S. KT into IA of S. Then the third equation will become, this is equation number 6, EB of S equals to KB into SE into theta of S. EB of S is equals to KB into S into theta of S. This is equation number 7. Now fourth equation will becomes T of S is equals to J into D square means S square into theta of S plus B into S into theta of S. This is equation number 8. So now our aim is to get theta of S by V of S. How you get that is by solving these four equations, we should get one ratio between theta of S by V of S. That is our transfer function. So how to solve? We'll see right now step by step. So here if you took fifth equation, V of S is there and here I of S is there. So now one by one I will start. So I will start from the fifth equation. So the fifth equation is from equation 5. Be concentrate. VA of S is equals to RA into IA of S plus LAS into IA of S plus EB. So from this I am going to write RA plus SLA into IA of S. Fine. Now from this EB I am going to write, we know that seventh equation. So from 7 EB equals to this value. From 7 EB equals to this value, so that this EB value will be substituted in the 5. So therefore if I substitute that, KB into S into theta of S. KB into S into theta of S. Fine. So this equation will become V of S and theta of S is there. Again we need to eliminate this. Again we need to eliminate this I of S. So how to eliminate, we'll see. So now again I'm going to write one more time RA plus SLA into IA of S plus KB into SC into theta of S. So now from this sixth expression, I am going to write IA of S is equals to T of S by KT. From the sixth expression, I am going to write IA of S is equals to T of S by KT. Now this will be substituted in that equation. So if I substitute that RA plus SLA into, instead of I of S, I'm going to substitute this T of S by KT. T of S by KT plus KB into S into theta of S. Now, so now eighth equation relates to completely T of S only. Eighth equation relates to completely T of S only. So now therefore eighth will be substituted in this expression. So how to substitute? We'll see. So here RA plus SELA by KT. Okay, this KT will be taken outside. Now instead of T of S, I'm going to substitute this expression. Instead of T of S, I'm going to substitute this expression. So therefore, that expression can be written as JS square theta of S plus ds theta of S. This is T of S, complete T of S, plus the right side is KB into S into theta of S. So almost finished. So the total entire expression is V of S and theta of S only, no other terms. So now just we need to simplify it. So here RA plus SELA. Here I am going to take the common is S into theta of S. I am going to take the common. If I take the common S into theta of S, we'll get JS plus B. JS plus B by KT plus KB into S into theta of S. KB into S into theta of S. So now let us take the LCM. Let's take the LCM. So if I take the LCM, the left side is V of S is the common. So here if you take the LCM, this KT will be multiplied here. The denominator should be KT. The remaining terms will be as usual. So here S into theta of S into RA plus SLA plus into JS plus B. This is the term I'm written, RA plus SLA into S into theta of S plus JS plus B plus KB S into theta of S. Here KT will be added because I am taking the multiplication. Now, so here in the both the terms you can take the common is theta of S. In both the terms you can take the common is theta of S. So if you take the common theta of S into S into RA plus SLA JS plus B plus KB KT into S by KT. So this is V of S. So from this I am going to write theta of S by V of S equals to KT divided by S into RA plus SLA JS plus B plus KB KT into S. This is the transfer function of armature controlled DC servo motor by using method. So if you simplify further, you will get some parameters also. So we need to simplify it also, because in order to calculate the constants, we need to simplify it. So how to simplify, we'll see right now. So this is the main transfer function. If you are unable to simplify further, you can stop it here. If you have knowledge, you can simplify it. So, but the simplification is required for performing the laboratory experiment. The same concept will be there in the laboratory that will be performed by the next week. In that, with the help of this finalized transfer function, we are going to calculate the parameters. So now I'm going to do the further simplification. So for that, I'm taking same expression theta of S by VA of S equals to KT divided by S into RA plus SLA JS plus B plus KT KB into S. KT KB into S. So this is the things. Now further simplification is KT divided by S into, so here you can take the common is RA. If you take the common is RA. So if you take the common, what it will be, if you take the common is RA, from this term if you take the common is RA, 1 plus S into LA by RA. Similarly, if you take the common is B, it will become 1 plus S into J by B plus kT kb into s. kT kb into s. So similarly, kT divided by, so here Ra into B will be multiplication Ra into B. So again I'm going to take the common is, again yes I'm going to take the common. If I going to take the common s, we'll get 1 plus SLA by RA 1 plus Sj by B plus KT into KB. KT into KB. Now this may written as KT by RA into B by S into 1 plus S tau A into 1 plus S tau M plus KT into KB plus KT into KB. KB by RA into B. So where this is finalized transfer function theta of s by Va of s. So in this, tau A is nothing but armature time constant or electrical time constant. Tau A is nothing but LA by RA, it is electrical time constant. Tau M is nothing but its value is J by B, it's a mechanical time constant. This is mechanical time constant, it is electrical time constant. This is the complete analysis of transfer function of DC servo motor by using armature controlled method.